They don't have that much util, but they're stuck in whatever they have in the angle. But Sandwich is not cleared, and Sen has the option to perhaps win in the round right there. The trades are good. 2-4-2, and Connector a little bit messy, but it will give a chance to smekk to perhaps find a shot to the head. That will keep things even in numbers at least. But the HP situation for smekk and Lean not looking that good. Dosic had an inkling of space to look in there. Lean spotted, taking the head off cleanly. Now smekk already got 3, but will need to make it a quad kill to win the pistol round for Wildcard. The swing is there. He's trying to play the headshot position out in the open, and he delivers. And it's a beautiful... Right now, in the limelight of this round, in the 11th hour, they'll try to walk their way in, and it's 2 good kills from smekk. He keeps hold of that site. Yes, the M4 is out, but Hamas is ready to aid, and smekk find back to... Was the first opener from Teo there. Talking about him and how relevant he'll be for that one. smekk holding in the angle. Good trades by Lean. Still a lot of movement here on that B side. It's pivotal for smekk to at least have found the one. And leaves the round that is playable for Lean and HiGHL. But the latter hasn't really been finding any kills in the game. Dune in a position that is rarely cleared. Rarely checked, and you'll be able to find a kill on it, but with him on the reload, they should have been easy meat. So HiGHL. Another good opening there from Khan. He didn't even try to use the smokes, he just went for the dry peek. To me, that caught Wildcard Academy off guard. Now another re-peek again. It has been a problem for Wildcard Academy. They do look kind of lost on this map. Outside of smekk, everyone is struggling. Right now, smekk himself in the line of fire. Only Lean getting the constellation kill in this round. Did not really find that much. The port flash there for Lean. He tries to go for a peek. That's a good opener for Wildcard Academy. But the execute is coming in. Lean pivots back to stairs. He found the dink, but not a kill. They need to keep the numbers afloat, but they don't end up doing so, and Doom clears off the head of HiGHL. Maybe that one will bring it back. Donnie scored a double there. Dosic through the smoke as well. Bomb out in the open. They might just catch him off guard. There it is from smekk. Oh, if they found another opener here, this would have been demoralizing, but HiGHL finally able to... And then it's trying to hold the angle. Numbers still in the advantage of Wild. Homeboy and is looking at too many angles at once. If he's got off guard, there's a chance that this A side might be opened up completely because Lean is not in a position to trade. That Molotov will keep him away even further. It's back to a 3-on-3. The rotations are made by Khan, and it's another pick by Homeboys. Not giving the proper respect to the player on site. Now Lean is again going to be taken down. Homeboys has been absolutely clinical in this round. If that they completely lose track of where to play and how to play it. Like right there, apartments. Each of them is waiting for the other one to move. Lomic. First shot is pristine. HiGHL is not trying to force their movement. They got plenty of players in the middle. Dune this time will be the one that's successful. A double kill with a transfer from Lean. Fortune here. It's a matter of timing. He ducks. His head is not visible. They spot each other, and Homeboys just like the previous round. It's both Donnie and Sen in intriguing positions. Of course, Sen try to catch him off guard, but they already had a buddy. The bodyguard. And Khan's worst win rate is actually on the T side, more often so as a decider than anything else. And right now, the split on A side coming into fruition. There's the kill. And Sen is only good for the one. MHL with his 5-7 is able to get a kill, but again, not really that much. There's a kill on tail. At least they've done some good damage, but I don't think it's going to be anything more than that. But even then, the Alper is able to stand up to the test. Academy. MHL still posted, waiting for someone to make a move. No flash for Lean. He goes dry, but they're able to trade 2-4-2 there in the end. That is pretty... have been absolutely demoralizing, but Donnie has been uncalled for, unaccounted. Then it's the player usually in that part of the MHL. Just really couldn't afford to miss in that way. smekk will find a kill. It's a 3-on-1. But Lomic is able to find the first and the second as well to the smoke. And now it's the player in the elevated position to save the round. smekk has been this... oh, this current case. Final 2 rounds. Again, we see Khan aggressive towards middle, and they'll be able to trade 3 kills for 1. Try to work it out. Things will be rather easy. smekk needed to find that kill. Now MHL is all on his lonesome. He's not being that impressive today either. He might be getting caught off guard. Tail on the angle. The pistol's not going to be enough. Actually, it will be. And MHL able to pick up a rifle. He extinguished the Molotov, but when he drops down, he's going to be easy meat for Dune. Well, Theo open things up. 2 players aggressing to Ram. The flash is there. They're able to trade 1 for 1 again. They needed it to be a bit better, and it will be. Sen is able to find a double kill. There's a player in Palace. The split from connector is already on. HiGHL needs to come on big, but he only finds a single kill again. Dolphic just clearing house. smekk in the angle at CT. He tried to string his way up to try to deny the plant, but all it will mean is that Donnie is left in a 1-on-1, and he's able to find the second kill as well. At least for Wildcard, they've inserted a player into connector itself, but it's not an easy position to be in. Still, Donnie is going to be able to find an opener. Lean is down, and all the players at B are going to fall to the wayside. 1 by 1 they go. At least just a Sen in the apartments. They're trying to really piece 2 and 2 out together, but the Glocks aren't that good on this kind of range. The Sen is able to find a kill, but Dolphic will find his... it is absolutely deadly and really accurate if you're not spraying down, but right now up close and personal, it will show its effectiveness. Homeboy start things off with a kill, and Wildcard with a Molotov. While it will deny the plant for some time, it will actually allow Khan to try to regret through. 3 kills from Khan, and they clear off Lean as well. That's a gun there to be picked up for Wildcard Academy, but the 2-player setup might deny any propositions. With the Molotov expiring, yes, it will allow the rest of the squad to actually assemble. But I thought that they're going to actually have the better of them. Not going to be the case. The gun's out in the open. A player chasing in the underpass. And it's a swing that is rather ambitious. Sen is going to go down with it. But players from Wildcard Academy are low on health. They're not going to be checking CT. So there's a kill for free. Lean is gone. No trades from MHL. There's 40. They've pumped. Guaranteed. With a util there from T. Molotov or an HE are going to be enough. Any of which are going to deny him from the peak. And Teal's just going to have that one all to himself pretty easily as well. Round that they were supposed to win, but they've put themselves in a favorable spot, and then they could not capitalize. They couldn't really finish off. Now, things look a lot better. We see Cons. They're trying to have a counter maneuver. Love this from Homeboy. Steel taking down Lean as well means that they lost control of pretty much the entirety of the map. Yes, it's a 4-on-4, but Wildcard Academy are suffocated, and there's gonna be a free hit for smekk. This one, and actually the doubles. Zen couldn't trade that one. Oh no. Oh, that one hurts. That one absolutely hurts. Nah, Dune is just gonna have another one for free, a double tap of love. Let's start considering this. Theo's actually gonna be the one under retrieval, but he doesn't really make a player in connector, but there's still a crossfire established by Dune while Dolphic is in that spot. And third player coming through from the underpass. It is going to be a pretty much secured round as far as middle is concerned. Those 3 players on the side, they need to make it happen. Homeboy is able to survive, stand up, buys just about enough time for Dune to be able to make his move and make his presence felt. They're gonna Molotov them. They've been suffocated again and again, but Donnie is gonna try to buy some valuable breathing space. The off misses the shot, and it puts a gun iron for Dune, but unfortunately for that Mirage, and right now the smoke's re-blooming. Maybe there's some hope. They blow off both of the smokes, but Lean is good on the opener. The Opera is still holding strong, though. A second pick would have been very valuable, but Lean is able to survive, and Sen is going to take down Dalsik. Counter spam works out really well for Wildcard Academy, but then they lose grasp with the sight as Dune. You'll be the hero for that one. That is going to be the round over. Homeboys will seal it off with a kill on Lean. But right now, the execute starts off. HiGHL's not looking at his back. Great discipline there by Theo. And he's risking winning this entire round. He just needs to find multiple of those kills. And this is going to be Dune. That will find a double kill. Nothing found by Theo there after all of that patience. If anything, they might be kicking themselves now. It's a 1-on-2. Lomic has been touted to be the main man, but now he's not going to be able to find the entire... It would mean a whole lot for them, but the HE just does significant damage to smekk. He tries to go in for the trade, and him and Donnie open up mid. What? Oh. Of them saving a guy who was really worried about Homeboys when he tried to commit to that peak, because of him losing that 3rd rifle. Scheme of the remaining part of this 4th round on the B ramp just been causing a ton of problems for Wildcard. They've been eating a lot of chips, and right now a friendly shot to the head there. Sen go it off with a flash to get themselves and work their way in. Tia on the angle. Dalsik might get the kill, but he's gonna also be having a DK, so not really in the best of positions. They turn the flash, and Dalsik does not commit to the bomb. Safely planted. HiGHL tries to go wide, and he instead finds himself losing his life. Now Lean is left in a 1-on-2. Lean. Such rounds aplenty, whether it is with Monty's Academy or even here, but the Molotov doesn't land, and Dalsik is able to stick down the defuse. Is the long haul, is the whole thing, and he's going to be able to stick it down. Homeboys to keep him alive. Khan to finally put around him. The lost bonus is a long way from being accrued to the max, so if they lose this one, there's a chance for Khan to find 2 more rounds. Homeboys doubling down on HiGHL and Descent. With TL finding that kill, it does feel like we're starting to get flashbacks in the Mirage, where Wildcard Academy go out. It does seem that, yes, there's a kill from Lean, but he's not ready for the second player that is that deep in. Lean caught between a rock and a hard place. The HE softening Lomic a little bit. Lean is left to 48 points of health. 2 players on either side. The HE can do significant damage. It's going to bring him down to 24. Could have even found the kill outright. At the end of the day, it's too much for Lean to handle. Oh, there it is. Sen is able to find a double. There's still at least a trade from Khan, so feels like Lean has got no real place to play. He tries to go for the peak. Dalsik finds the upper. Smekk at least keeps the B ramp in the acquisition. None of this is any damaging util. You know, no nades, no Molotovs, no HEs. Again, I said no nades, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Stuck in the util. Defensive smoke is already there. Theo in the face of the smoke is able to find a kill and a dink on the next, but that is not going to be enough. The side itself is open. And Wildcard Academy are able to take hold of this round. Dalsik couldn't really break through. And while Lomic and Homeboys are in a good position, they will line up for Homeboys, and that is leaving it all on Lean. Lean has not been able to clutch the previous round, but this time against the op, the smoke gives Lean coverage that he needs for that one. A smoke and a tap. HE that is present, the no-scope that misses means that Lean gets that round. I'd have said maybe that they're not going to go that aggressively, but they still try to pick their fights. And SN avert the worst of the possible disaster that could have been there on the angle, but with Tio taking control of that one, they will need to find something in this one. HiGHL opens, SN is unable to capitalize. Lomik doubles down on those kills. Side of Khan to actually commit to that duel. It's not going to be the case soon. Going out from A main, a pivotal kill there from HiGHL. And Donnie is going to be the one to handle this round masterfully. Him and HiGHL combined to find by Lean. Usually not the star rifler for the team, but been able to be calm and composed. Right now, the pack trying to move through middle. They're not ready for the player speaking from Cave, as Sen is, though. And if he lost that, the smoke comes in at the perfect time. The homeboys have been clinical today. He's been putting on clinic after clinic. As they walk in, chips in the night. The shot is good from the off. And it leaves just HiGHL in the clutch. He needs to find a quad kill. He's not even ready for the second player on the line. A must win. Well, as things do stand right now, looks like Khan are going to take control of mid again, even when Lean found the kill. The trades were quick, the numbers are plenty. The Molotov did good job, but then Sen and HiGHL were able to take hold of the round. Tio taking smekk. It puts the round again in another 2-on-2. Still got to worry about Cat. Two players jumping. It's an easy kill for Tio, and it might be a repeat here. Double time. This time, not as pretty as the first shot. Sometimes it's going to have some lights out games, and then sometimes it's just going to have bang average ones. Seen that even against teams like... Maybe it will be his chance to show that he can shine. The 5-second defuse is not going to be enough. HiGHL. But right now, Khan has found themselves in a really good position. Tio with the opener. But a lot has been asked of SN. His position has been identified already. A quick ding. SN needs to find something, but without any moniker of success. All rests in the hands of Donnie, who the players in Temple might not be ready. The timing was there for Donnie, but he could not produce a shot to the head. And that might be the round gone. It is now all on Lean, and he will be delivered a shot to the back of his head. Opener there. Ready back, yes, but A-side belongs to the side of Khan. A good kill from HiGHL, but look at the positioning there in the temple. Homeboys, nobody's wise enough to the antics. He might win the entire round of his own. Those are two players not anticipating him, but the MAC-10 just could not find the kills necessary. Use HiGHL to red HP. Danger signs, perhaps, as now Dune is able to isolate one-on-ones. There must be a player on that part. He's not wrong. Donnie figures him out. He's out in the open, so it's easy work for the team. Say that they're playing around Catwalk. Perhaps Wildcard Academy has got to be careful because they are ready for their antics. The Molotov comes in, and they trade 2 for 1. Donnie couldn't really find a multi-kill. Instead, Teo's the one that is going to destroy each and every remaining player. HiGHL on the upset. Will be able to climb up, but he probably has got to go down. Only 34 points of health remaining. And while a second kill is going to make his money tally okay. Saving that gun and trying to drop for a teammate is probably going to be the main course correction that they might have if they wanted to purchase. But I feel like in all cases, they might be forced to save now that it has become a one-on-one. That he will. Still, he will go down in the end. So all 5 dead from... Oh, Dune starts well. SN is down. Sure, MHL is on the other end, but just being forced out by the utility. 3 flashes, he cannot see a damn thing. And the push now is on. It's made him inoperable for the start, but MHL is able to hold on for a 3K, and that is exactly what Wildcard Academy needed. Look at Teo. Look at Teo. Everything in that position. The timing is on, and they're able to find a pair of kills. No, smekk is going to hold that round. And the MP9 saving. Today's best of 3, but hey, a job done is a job done. No matter how and who uses that gun. Dean and Sesen are able to find 2 kills, and they keep it advantageous there. Lean late from cave. We'll be able to find the 2nd kill. Dean homeboy. And that clutch before and that ace light before. Again, aggressive from Khan. There are 2 players present. They are expecting somebody to be there. And the wild spray from the Galil is going to get him a kill. He still has 17 more in the chamber, but he just could not stick the landing on smekk. Now it's all in the hands of homeboys. Tries to peek into Donut. There's another dink, but again, the Galil, perhaps not the best gun for. Didn't really find anyone home. The op is posted, and Teo is going to be cleared off by smekk. Again, the Galil comes up close. Right order round. It is a good position to leave a player in, and now that the homeboys have been denied the play on Red Room, they've been pretty patient. They got 40 seconds, and they got another player here. It is at Donut. If Lomic found a kill, that would have gone very differently. Now, though, they try to peek Donut dry, and Dosek is able to find a pairing. But a pole steps up to the platter. 23 for MHL. And the op comes in, springs for a double. And that is one more player to reconvene with those 2 from short from long. So they took the A side control fully. No util for Wildcard Academy. 4 players peeking in. And they will need to score some of those shots. smekk starts off well, but he gets gushed. And they need to find some kills in the spawns, because right now it's looking like the T side is going to get everything. And they're going to find 3. The 4th player is going to line them both up. Lean, as always, ends up being the hero. He's down to 30 HP. But SN has got to be very careful. The 2 SMGs will collide. The MP9 reigns supreme. And this time, he himself will also be forced to low HP. But smekk loses control of a site. And MHL goes down as well. Oh, this is worst case scenario, because the remaining 2 players are both low on health, and maybe this is time to already call it a save. There might not be a real way back into this one for them. And it might set off the rhythm. And they are going to try to keep as much of that pressure as they can. Homeboy starts off really well. SN is going to be the sole kill that we will see for Wildcard here. We've seen Dosek. Such a good position there by the puck. He knows that there's nobody that's going to peek in him from mid. It's a little bit of a labored duel though from Dosek, but trades are plenty and available. 2 of those players are low on health, so there is a world where smekk can definitely find some real damage. But the spray down is maintained and contained. For the most part, I've got to go through Nexus at one point in your life. It was almost 2 years. Oh no, didn't end up the way that it happened. Perhaps an ace for Lomic here. Sure, it's against an eco. He's already built the confidence, and he's gonna go for the 5th. All 5 for Lomic. Well, this round held a bit better. The rifle there, but the flashes are gonna be good still. SN is able to find a kill. Stay alive for now. Donnie comes in for support, and they're unable to find that much more. Donnie, though, will find another pairing. Pretty much just the entire 11. One of them, of course, being an eco ace. I mean, 5 of which. But he's still 6-2 even without that. That is pretty much almost as much as the all 3 that remained alive. He's found a pristine timing. He's not accounted for, but now he'll be gone. He needed to stick the landing on that first kill. MHL posted up. He's gonna be able to find the first kill. Still present at CT, 72%. Particularly in this dust 2 and a 5-on-4. MHL has been a big part of that. A 2nd kill for the Alper. A 3rd connection as well, but They find themselves in a good position at short. They try to climb up. The Opera is not ready, and despite the bomb being planted, Romania is going to take things into his own hand. Now they try to take long. The flash is perfect, and Homeboys taking smekk down. Just only lean now on the side itself. Tomic on 6 points of health. The op present all alone. Theo just opens up the A site again. Hold the angle, but as soon as lean went down, he was just meat on the table there for Theo. And eventually will corral on the Dane. At least for now, he still does some damage, but Homeboy should be holding that line. Should be a pretty easy kill. He didn't press mouse one. smekk walked into the crosshair. Right now, Wildcard Academy find themselves a player in the lead. They don't need to overcommit to that one. smekk might lead a kill back, but instead, he's able to hold for the one. They are even aware of where Theo is, so SN is able to take hold of that one. He'll trade it back from the ops, but Toxic is left on 9 points of health. It's a 4-on-2, but the Molotov doesn't go far enough. There's still an HE in the hands of Lomic. Oh no, Lomic! He actually killed his teammate! No way! I really want to get a replay on 3 from that exact position. HiGHL is just into pose, but he's a tad too late to the party still. Able to find the kill. Not gonna be alone. More players lining up to the angle. HiGHL low enough on health, but Lomic delivers a shot to the head anyway, so the scout finds his value. The 4-on-4 on having control of the site itself. At short, buying time for the rest. They got a fair bit of util, and they try to go with the flash. A pristine shot from smekk. The remaining 3 are all ducked in on their position. They try to turn the flash. smekk again with a second kill. He goes up, but he's chopped down. In the end, the Sleen and Ascent to find it. Perhaps they can try to lurk out of. They're gonna get close to it, then try to pop with the flash. There it comes. Donnie's able to turn it. The player in car is good for 1, but Ascent has bought plenty of space for Donnie. He's able to play off it pretty well. 2 kills from him. 3-on-2 is not the best course of action, with Homeboys being able to steal one away. But Theo is able to come back. There's still an M4 there in the hand. It's not going to do that much. And the P250 still going to be good for a kill. So, all in all, be caught here. Put the closer Molotov, but HiGHL is not going to shy away from that challenge. The first blood in from the team. Incendiary on the other side. Can't dry peek from Dune. Hoping that those 2 other players on mid can be the difference makers, can buy enough space. Dune finds the opener. A good kill from Donnie, but Lomic is able to trade it. And they go back to even numbers. 2 players on site. But the late lurk at mid door is going to buy plenty of time. Head back towards the site itself. The smoke is good to allow them to expand. But a shot on smekk is even better from Homeboy. Might consider saving. They just cannot get their way back into this one. Time is too far gone. And the 3 players from Con are going to be able to get away safely. So this decider, much like the series, is going to end up with the 2 teams neck and neck. Them missing their shots. Does mean that this round goes to a halt. This time he's able to find a shot through the breaking smoke. He's sticking right on the face of Homeboy. Means that he himself is thwarted, and as always in those moments, Theo is the one player that Khan has been relying upon for the opener. But Donnie is gonna find one of his own. Homeboy takes down Donnie as well, and suddenly the A side is open for business. It's just Ascent, and he's been spotted in the lower tunnels. They're gonna go peeking for him. They know that he's all alone. They gotta try to find him early. 3 players in, 2 heads spotted. Ascent might have the clutch of the week. And he's ready for that final hit, but he just cannot find the shots. Not enough bullets left in that M4. He's able to tuck back and run away. But Toxic is hot on his heels. The HE is not enough, but he uses that as a swing, and he's able to secure that. First flash in. Second flash as well. They waited for those two. They try to peek afterwards, and it is going to be a lot of success for Homeboys. 2 kills from him, a third as well. They're gonna be shut down in the end. Leaving MHL in the 1-on-3. Homeboys has been really successful on the pistols all day today, and he will continue to reign supreme above everyone. Deadly crossfire between the two MP9s, and they have not cleared it out with the util. They try to go, but then the crunch comes in from the tunnels. SN and Donnie are gone. And maybe on the angle, but the smoke can somewhat work in the favor of the T's. They're trying to cross their way through, but Homeboys, as always, pivotal rounds like these, and MHL is able to play keepsake for a little bit longer, at least to kill the safe face. Mid, I don't see any real reason why they need to be forcing the issue here, but they're gonna try to do so, and they're gonna pay the price for it. They were not ready for those duels. Dosek will find a pair, and then a third on top. It's all down to the Romanian. He finds the pairing. Still 2 more players on the angle, and Dosek to the smoke. smekk trying to play the angle, trying to play the line. He spots the player deep in middle, but TL's able to best him in that duel. That was really close. We'll see how things will go. It's an opener there from the side of Wildcard Academy. smekk. Right now, time is ticking for the T's. They're trying to get their way in. It's a trade again. Dosek in a good spot, but he couldn't really find the golden goose. Instead, he's successful. And around, most likely theirs. With LaMekk only being on 34 points of health. It would be a full errand for him to peek into that angle. He tries to hold the line on lean. But for the opera on short, maybe you can find something for the team. But instead, the timing works out really well for LaMekk and Leo until Wildcard Academy still pressuring on the A side. Maybe if they find some gaps in the defense, things would work. A big miss from Homeboys, but Theo finding significant value. A kill, a dink, and LaMekk as ever. We'll find impact on this round. Doubling down on those kills as well. MHL. He's been but a whisper in today's matchup. He will be a carcass, maybe not this time, but eventually they'll have to go peeking. One of them might lose their life. Significant damage done to both, but MHL cannot find this weak connection he so desires. LaMekk is going to best him in that duel. Now we'll see how things would go. LaMekk on the angle, almost found the collateral there. Plenty of damage on ascent. We'll see about that much. The smoke shortly fading. The op ready on the angle. Theo, as always, finding the kill. The op leaves just Donnie. Last alive. All this effort from Khan might just be crowned with a victory in the end, and it will be such. Theo will find 20 kills for his own in this game. And